Hello and welcome to our podcast. I'm Marisa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. Just as a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you want a podcast
that doesn't sometimes talk about Garfield,
go to Her's Very Own Unlocked.
Yes, they had, most recent episode, they had the voice actor for Frosty. Come on.
That's cool.
It's interesting because I can't remember what Frosty sounds like, so...
He's a fairly generic voice, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know you just don't remember Trail the Twister very much, but... Hey, aren't you going to be the one to play it?
I am going to be
the one to love it.
It's going to be great because I played it once ever, and so it'll be like the first time ever I've ever played it.
I'm trying to remember if I played it without you at some point.
You did. You played it without me to live blog it.
Go me.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we talking about today besides
Today we're talking about the antithesis of Trail of the Twister, and we're talking about Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Ghost of Thornton Hall. Amazing. So, what do we like about Ghost of Thornton Hall? As if no one has ever listened to our podcast before.
I mean, clearly we hate Ghost of Thornton Hall.
We hate it so
with
much.
A vile just passion, you know?
Obviously. We've never talked about how we like everything about it. You know, the atmosphere, the story, the characters, the puzzles, you know, the spooky aspect, the set pieces, the art style. None of that.
We have never once talked about it in a good way.
No.
But I feel like maybe we should try to shine some light on the things that we like about it.
Maybe.
So, we like the atmosphere, the story, the
characters, the puzzles, the spookiness, the set pieces.
The spooky ghosts.
Spooky ghosts.
No.
So we like everything about it. We like everything about this game.
Yes.
This game is in our top 3 games. So
yeah, it was.
It was in our top 3.
And it still is. I apologize. I don't know. I feel like...
Just want to make sure everyone knows that it is indeed one of our top, favorite games. So, what else do we like? What do we like specifically about this game? I like that we can choose to kill Clara in the end.
That is an interesting choice.
There are some fun choices in this game, such as choosing to just let people die.
Right? I can never bring myself to make those choices, but I'm glad to know that they exist just because it's like, okay, we as Nancy actually get a choice.
Yeah.
You know?
We can just let people die if we want. We can. And you know what? I am happy Nancy finally has the choice because, you know what? You know who I think should choose who lives and who dies in this world? Nancy Drew.
Fucking Drew.
Yeah, obviously. Nancy Drew.
Yeah.
That's
who has the best decision-making skills, if nothing else. I mean...
Definitely.
Now, what don't we like?
I don't like the weird explanation that they tried to give it. The cop-out. It was all carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Because it's like, yes, sure, for most of it. And yes, there obviously was an issue with carbon monoxide because we do keep passing out. To be fair. We do lose hours at a time.
In all fairness, though, it's Nancy, so that just sort of happens to her.
That's true. But I don't like that weird, because it doesn't explain everything. But then they're like, yeah, it was all just... That's all it was.
Mm-hmm. It's all just...
That's what I don't like. Because it went hard. It went hard on the supernatural aspect, and then it just fizzled out at the end.
It did. I don't mind that. I think that's a very human aspect of it because it's trying to explain away. It's like, oh, we couldn't have possibly seen this. I mean, carbon monoxide poisoning. That's clearly it. I appreciate that as a human aspect, wherein it's not like actually explaining anything, but it's like, no, that couldn't have happened, right? Which I feel, anyway, I'll get into the writer later.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is it just feels and I understand that they do this. It feels like there's not as much resolution at the end as there could be, but it's life, you know? So it's like there's not as much resolution between Clara and Jessalyn as there could be, but that's because how do you reconcile this truth that you've discovered about your mother? Like,
hey, Mom, so you kind of got my aunt cousin thing killed. I don't know. They were close like sisters, so it would probably have been an aunt situation later in life.
Yeah, may have been, yeah. And then you got my other relative put away as though she tried to kill you.
Yeah.
And, like, what's going on here? Because I talked to her, and she's pretty certain she didn't try to kill you. Because that's clearly part of what happened. Because that had to have been what changed Jessalyn going, I'm sorry, what? Yeah. I don't understand what's going on here. And hearing, clearly that was, like, the first time she'd heard about the what was it, 23 souls?
Yeah.
No,
54.
54? Shit.
Yeah, it was big.
I cut it down by a lot.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So I don't know. I understand that it's a lot and you can't actually reconcile it, but at the same time it's like, but it's a Nancy Drew game. Can I get a resolution, please?
Yeah.
For the piece. So I like it, but I also don't like it.
Who could be our favorite character? As if we haven't. Who could it be?
I don't know, because deciding that sounds like upstairs people problems. I'm downstairs people.
Exactly. So Harper Thornton is our favorite character. For pretty obvious reasons, I feel, but we'll go through them anyway.
We'll happily
just in case.
Just extrapolate, just to, you know.
She is everything I could have asked for.
Really, though.
She's
That's all I ever wanted. She's all I ever need, because she's so beautiful to me.
That's what I was keeping myself from doing. Yes, she is so damaged, but holding it together.
Like, really, though.
I feel I really relate to her because she has lots of trauma in her life and she deals with it through a completely inappropriate sense of humor.
A highly inappropriate sense of humor, and I really feel that. I'm like,
yeah,
girl.
Pretty much. Very relatable. I don't think she was meant to be very relatable.
I don't think she was, but unfortunately in a very, I don't know, she speaks to the mentally ill, if nothing else, I think. You know?
Yeah. She definitely.
It's.
Yeah.
She's heartbreaking, and she is
on our list of top 5 most heartbreaking characters. If you haven't listened to that yet.
But yeah, so Harper, fantastic, and I feel like what wins us over for Harper is what Jessalyn also saw. Yeah. She sees this person, this imperfect person who is shielding her insecurities with, like, highly inappropriate humor and, like, I don't care, where you can, like, clearly see that she cares. And Jessalyn goes, oh, my sweet baby. She's just like, I will stay in this basement and help you.
Pretty much.
Because I can't think of any other reason that she does this.
Well, I mean, part of it is just like, yeah, she's like, she knows now stuff and she doesn't want to go back to upstairs people. You know?
There's no going back to the upstairs people.
Also, my second favorite character, very close second, is Wade. We've talked about how he's one of our top underappreciated characters. I think Wade's a really good character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think maybe Harper is meant to be relatable.
Maybe. Well, and especially with this, I don't know. I feel like the generation that it's aimed at.
Yeah,
where a
true.
lot of people that feel disenfranchised were very, you know. So I think that, yeah, she's definitely the one the audience is supposed to sympathize with.
I also sympathize with Wade because I too try to do things
Yes.
correctly and get
Shat
fucked over
upon.
for it.
Yeah, poor Wade.
Yeah, it's like Clara fucking ruined his life.
Yeah. Here he
By
is, like, trying to be friggin' Batman, and
yeah, he's trying to actually like when he learned his family's doing shit, and it's like holy fuck, look at the shit we're doing because of from our place of privilege. I
yeah,
can't believe we're doing this. We need to start making it right. And they're like, no, because this is how we get money. And so he goes, well, if I completely ruin this fucking machine, it doesn't matter either way, so we're going to let them go.
yeah.
Right? And then she's like, well, you just ruined that machine, so I'm just going to, press charges against you for ruining our machine. I was like, but it
Family don't mean shit to Clara.
pretty much. Like, oh yes, now you have made him someone with is it a felony or a misdemeanor? Either way, people don't
I
want
think that's a felony.
Yeah, people don't
That's
want to hire you after that, so she kind of royally fucked him over.
She royally screwed him over.
I
Like,
feel like this goes into our next bit of who's our least favorite character.
okay, yes. And it's definitely Clara. And it's not for the normal reasons that we dislike characters. It's not because she's poorly written. It's not because she doesn't make any sense. It's because she is way too human, and I hate that bitch.
Honestly,
I wrote it much better when I was making our show notes.
Like, she is just a terrible person. It's not that we don't like her because she's a bad character.
She is so well written that we see her as a human being and do not care for that human being.
Oh. And we see her maybe as a couple family members. I don't know.
Yeah. In certain aspects.
Yeah, certain aspects. Yeah. But yes, I feel like we take some leaps with what happens in the backstory that isn't ever actually it's not fully confirmed.
I don't think we take some leaps.
They never confirm it. They leave it up to interpretation that, Clara probably tried to kill herself after what happened with Charlotte, and then when it didn't work, she blamed it on Harper. And then Harper then
got sent away. And Clara kept her mouth shut and was like, well, that's a couple of issues removed, because then it also, because, as much as she feared Charlotte. No, but I think that definitely for Clara removed, that definitely also removed the issue that she was having with her parentage anyway.
Yeah.
Where she was like concerned about, Charlotte, and then Charlotte was gone and it was like, oh, well, shit, Harper's next. So she was like, I don't know what's going to happen. And so it's like, oh, Harper's locked away, so that's not an issue anymore.
Pretty much. What's our favorite puzzle / moment in this game?
Favorite puzzle / moment? Shit. There are so many.
Okay, so we've specifically talked about the clock puzzle in Charlotte's room being very satisfying.
It's difficult, but so satisfying.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they took the
hourglass
puzzle from Ran, and they figured out how to make it better.
That puzzle is so easy in Ran as long as you have a cell phone stopwatch.
As long as you have a stopwatch. Time it
exactly. So easy.
I'm sorry. As you're able to. They figured out what was wrong with that, and they went, okay. I mean, because that's what's better is we actually have incrementation.
Yeah.
We can see, okay, so it's 3 ticks, and then yes, exactly. So we can tell how many it actually goes per, and so it's much easier to calculate which one to click on when. It's like, Jesus Christ. And there's also way less at stake just because you don't get it wrong one time and then die.
No, it's not one time in Ran, by the way. It took me like 3 tries to get completely crushed with rocks.
Okay.
Like 12 times.
Still, I just feel like there's less, even than it takes. I feel like the actual clock thing takes less time.
It does.
To actually
figure it out.
Yeah. No, I don't even mean figure it out. I mean for it to play out the first okay, they've all been run through.
Yeah.
But
so hourglasses takes 27 seconds.
Oh my God, it takes forever. But yeah. Then there are the creepy ass Charlotte moments. I have coffee.
My favorite one of those is the one upstairs by Charlotte's room. That one to me is like the best of them.
Yeah. Honestly, Charlotte is a great ghost. She's creepy in her, she's okay. I'm sorry. They animated her wonderfully. The way her little bustle moves as she walks down the hallway is fantastic. Like, yeah. I love her. She's fantastic. She's creepy. She comes accompanied by terrifying rhymes.
Yeah, I know. All my favorite scary things have, a nice, easy to remember rhyme.
Yeah, right? I'm pretending.
Sorry. Just remembering your tired version of it. Fire so night, red so black.
Fire so night, red so black. Dear sweet Scarlet, please come back.
Yeah, that was great.
Say Charlotte. I don't even say Charlotte. I say Scarlet.
Yep. Oh, that was great. Loved that.
Fire so night. Yes.
Fire so night.
I know when we were talking about getting me the clock, we were going to have it say Fire so night, red so black instead.
Yeah, of course. Why would we have the regular thing? That's right? Not funny.
I never found Ghost of Thornton Hall to be scary at all because I find Charlotte to be beautiful, not scary. I think, honestly, I don't know what it is. I think beautiful things are scary.
I think scary things are beautiful.
That too. Wow. It's a weird little...
What's our least favorite? Oh, wait. We didn't finish our favorite stuff.
We did not. Because we have too many favorite things.
I also really like everything to do with the gravestones and the scavenger hunt.
I love the scavenger hunt. The scavenger hunt is wonderful and stupid and... Okay, actually, all of the puzzles in this game are so stupid, but I love them.
Yeah, none of them have anything to do with anything we're actually doing.
The weird nonogram.
Yeah. Also, just taking, what's it called? Acetone just to paintings.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
actually, that part... Nope, I'm going to transition over. Worst puzzle. I hate that part. I hate that she takes acetone to old ass paintings.
She's just like, I just want to just do the corner. I'm
just gonna get this little part of the painting. No, this is a family fucking heirloom, Nancy.
Or the one with Clara, where she literally just does the entire part of it. I'm like, that's not how you do that. You would just take off all of it. It wouldn't just take off the part you want to take off.
Yeah, no, it would. It's just take off part of a layer. No,
that's not how that works, Nancy.
All that's gone. Like. People who think that this is like people who think they can restore paintings and then like destroy them. One of those things where Nancy is not qualified to do it.
She's not qualified. Another one I don't like. I don't like the fact that we just like get all this citrus to charge up Jesselyn's phone when it's like, Nancy, it's like 2010. Not 2010. It was 2012 when this one came
probably
out?
2012 sounds right.
I think it's 2012. 2012. It's not an iPhone, so it just has a normal micro USB plug-in. Just use your own fucking phone.
They're all the
charger.
same.
They're all the same at this point. Nancy, you have the same fucking phone. Just get your charger. We don't have to just like ruin her battery by charging it with citrus and pennies.
Citrus and pennies.
Like, and nails.
There's just so much to it, and it's like, no.
But the funny thing is that is the only puzzle that actually kind of makes like practical sense. Every other puzzle in this game makes literally no practical sense. Like any of it. I'm except for the other puzzle that I say is one of my least favorite, which is stacking things up to get out. But that's not how physics works, because it's like, ooh, I'm going to stack it and then it's just going to fall. And I'm like, that's not how it works. And I would not climb up on that teetering pile of shit. No. Nancy, you're going to die. And you do several times.
At least it's not as bad as the stacking up for Alibi and Ashes.
Yeah,
the things that they have us stack up at least are like more things you can climb. It's not quite so teeter-tottery. Yeah. It's better, in my opinion. If I'm grading on a curve.
This one at least is
less problematic than that one.
Also, that is one part where if you don't get out, doesn't the ghost of Charlotte kill you? If you don't get out, isn't that in there? Where it's like, oh, you can't get out. You're just gonna get killed by a ghost.
Killed by carbon monoxide poisoning.
Die of carbon monoxide poisoning down there.
That quickly, Jesus Christ.
Apparently that place was just full of it.
Jesus. That's terrifying.
Why was she down there for as long as she was then?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Nancy should have just died in that game. It's like when we're underneath the house in the crawl space, and it's like we pass out and then we wake up upstairs. I'm like,
that's what I was thinking about when you said that we keep passing out places. I'm like, she just passes out and then wakes up in other places. Like, what the fuck happens?
It's like,
does she just like sleep?
No, I like to think that it's like Harper sees her and is like, oh shit.
God damn it, this stupid girl is passed out again.
Or Wade sees her do it and is like, God damn it.
Nancy,
Savannah will never talk to me again if I let her detective friend die.
I don't know what happened, Savannah.
Let's just talk about Savannah real quick in this game. Happily. I love Savannah, like, just in general. And I really, really love her in this game because it's like, call Nancy up in the middle of the night, be like, hey, can you take a case because I don't want to see my ex-boyfriend?
Hey, I want to avoid my problems. Can we just have you go deal with them?
To be fair, she also has stopped she's no longer a ghost hunter.
Okay, but she's not being called in to be a ghost hunter, sister.
I know.
Jocelyn is missing. This is just a missing persons case. Wade just wants some help. He wants some comfort. And
Savannah just fucking sends a 19-year-old detective.
I have too many emotions I don't want to deal with. So, how about y'all go deal with that for me?
Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much. Does Savannah at least pay for her plane ticket? Or does she be like, Nancy?
Who cares? Carson has so much money from his mob bosses that he works with, I'm assuming. This is all speculation.
He's just defending mob bosses. It's fine.
Defending mob bosses, right?
I think he's a prosecution lawyer, though. Not a defense attorney.
Prosecuting whoever the mob tells him to prosecute.
Obviously.
Yes. The mob runs River Heights.
You forgot the name.
Riverdale. I almost said Riverdale like 3 times.
I've been watching too much TV.
Actually, obviously. Yeah, we just caught up with Riverdale, so.
Crackpot theory time.
Are we already there?
Yeah, we're already there. I know you got lost talking about Garfield, but
I did. What's your crackpot theory, sister?
No. I keep going first. It's your turn to go first.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I like always go first. No, you stop. You tell me to go first.
Yeah, go first.
It doesn't work.
Go, come on.
Okay, my crackpot theory is that Charlotte and Harper's parents didn't actually die. They are trapped in South America. Like, their plane actually got diverted, and they crashed off of the coast of South America, and they are currently being held in prison and being used as spies. Follow it up, sister.
In my crackpot theory, Charlotte didn't die.
I have so many problems with this theory. Continue, please.
Charlotte actually she used the event to fake her own death so she can be absolved of her familial responsibilities. She actually is the one who pushed Clara off.
So you're telling me that Charlotte had a psychotic break and completely tore from her normal persona because her entire personality was based around her family.
Yeah. No, yeah, she was. It was just too much. It was too much for her, so she faked her own death. And she is currently just hiding out. She's going under the name Amelia Earhart. Your crackpot theory made me think of Amelia Earhart. So, if you guys, we want to hear your guys' crackpot theories.
They've got to be better. They've got to be better.
Excuse you.
They have got to be better.
Let us know. Also, if you think that we're just wrong about this game and it's terrible.
Hanging out with Sunny. I like it.
She is.
Also, if you think that actually this game was terrible and awful, and you hate Charlotte, and apparently you are Satan, then go right ahead and comment.
Yeah. Comment
on our YouTube, SoundCloud. Let us know on Twitter, Tumblr.
Tweet up
I don't know,
storm.
sister.
Tweet at us.
Tweet up a fucking storm. Like, I want to see multiple tweets about how we were wrong about this.
Exactly.
I also want
rant about us.
I also want to hear a bird tweeting about this.
Yes. Train a bird to tweet.
There's a black Phoebe that lives where I work. Train it to tell me how you hate Charlotte. And you're like, Harper's the worst character. And if I hear a black Phoebe say that, then I'm gonna be like, what? And I will know.
Yeah. Okay. So, I am Risa.
And I am Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy,